It's time for us to get our kids back to school. And then
The White House Coronavirus Task Force is ramping up pressure to reopen schools, even as the U.S. marks 3 million COVID cases and counting.
Ultimately, it's not a matter of if schools should reopen, it's simply a matter of how.
New safety guidelines for reopening will be released next week after the president attacked the current advice from his own government agency, which emphasizes good hygiene and physical distancing.
The president said today we just don't want the guidance to be too tough.
In a tweet, Donald Trump wrote, "I disagree with the Centers for Disease Control on their very tough and expensive guidelines for opening schools," calling it very impractical. The White House denies Trump is pressuring medical experts to change public health advice because he doesn't like it.
No, not at all. But the president made his opinion quite clear publicly this morning on Twitter for all to see.
Trump also threatened to cut funding to schools that don't reopen, a threat New York's governor mocked.
Well, I won't give New York funding. You don't give us any funding now.
Thank you very much.
Whatever recommendations are released, the head of the CDC says guidelines will not be mandatory.
At CDC, but I want to make it very clear that what is not the intent of CDC's guidelines is to be used as a rationale to keep schools closed.
The task force did admit some schools in hotspots won't be able to reopen. People there are being asked to resume strict physical distancing practices.
Not only use the face coverings, not going to bars, not going to indoor dining, but really not gathering in homes either.
Trump's promotion of physical distancing is under fresh scrutiny after health officials in Tulsa say nearly 500 new COVID cases are likely linked to his re-election rally there. Katie Simpson, CBC News, Washington.